You ever get that feeling like something is following you, but when you turn around, there's nothing there, just your shadow? But what if your shadow isn't just a shadow? What if it has a life of its own? Today on Time Warp Chronicles, we're diving into one of the most chilling questions you'll ever ask. What if shadows came to life? For centuries, people have reported seeing strange figures lurking in the dark corners of their vision, beings that resemble human shadows but act on their own. Known as shadow people, these entities have been seen across cultures, often associated with fear, dread, and even death. Many believe shadow people are spirits trapped between dimensions, but others think they're something far more sinister, beings that exist in the darkness, only revealing themselves when they're ready to show you what they really want. Think about it. Your shadow is always with you, following your every move. But what if just for a second, it wasn't? What if your shadow had its own thoughts, its own desires? And what if it started acting on them? Imagine waking up one morning and you see your shadow staring back at you. It moves when you don't. It's no longer just following, it's waiting for something. Waiting for you to make a mistake so it can switch places. What would you do if you couldn't trust your own shadow? Now here's the thing. Science tells us that shadows are just cast by objects blocking light. Simple, right? But there's a reason our brains associate shadows with fear. Darkness has always been linked to the unknown, to danger. Our ancestors knew that predators hid in the shadows, which is why, even today, our instinct is to fear what we can't see in the dark. But here's where it gets freaky. Scientists have discovered that our brains can sometimes hallucinate shadowy figures, especially when we're tired or in low light. It's called the shadow person phenomenon. Your mind is trying to make sense of the darkness. But what if it's not just your imagination? What if your mind is picking up on something real? There are countless stories of people who claim their shadows have come to life, creeping across their walls, shifting on their own. They report feeling an overwhelming sense of dread, as if something's watching them. And the worst part? They say these shadows get closer every time you blink. There are even cases where people's shadows seem to break free completely, walking alongside them, only to disappear when they turn to face it. But once that shadow has a taste of freedom, what's to stop it from coming back when you're most vulnerable? Think about it. What if your shadow isn't content just following you anymore? What if it wants to break free, to become its own being? And what if it's waiting for the perfect moment? When the lights go out and there's nothing but darkness? The next time you're alone in the dark, pay attention to your shadow. Watch it closely, because you never know when it might decide it's had enough of following. So, what do you think? Could your shadow be more than just a shadow? Is it alive, waiting for its moment? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're brave enough, hit that subscribe button for more terrifying deep dives into life's darkest mysteries. But beware, your shadow might be watching.